Hi friends, my name is Milan. In this video, we'll start our new chapter. It is chapter number 3, data handling. In this video, we'll learn about the theory part of this chapter. Okay, so let's start it. First of all, our chapter name is data handling. In real life situation, in lots of business, we have so many data, right? We need to handle the data. That means, first of all, for starting a new business, we need to collect the all the data, right? That means data related to that business. After that, we need to collect. First of all, we need to collect it. After that, we need to present the data, and after that, we need to analyze the data. That means we need to do analysis on the basis of previous data. Okay, and from that, we need to take the decision. Second thing, for to know the continuous process of the business, many times we use the word statistic, right? So for that statistic, first of all, we want data. So first of all, we need to know that how to collect the data, how to represent it. Okay. In our news channel CNBC Bazar, there are lots of statistics are there. That means data related to the previous demand, future demand. Okay, and with related to its price and its scope, right? So in many business and in many real life situation even we are dealing with lots of data, right? And this chapter mainly used for the commerce field in statistics subject, right? Data handling. It means how to collect the data, how to represent the data, how to analyze the data. Okay. So this is the very basic information is given to you here, which related to the data handling. Okay. So first of all, we need to collect the data. So there are lots of way to collect the data. Okay, there are lots of way we can directly collect the data, otherwise directly we can take in the data from the sources. Okay, if you directly collect the data, it is called primary data, and if you use the data which is already collected by someone, it is called secondary data. And there are lots of way to collecting the primary data and secondary data. So data detailed things we will learn in standard 11 commerce in statistics subject, and in 11-12 science even one statistic chapter is there. Okay, measures of central tendency and how we can represent it. So if first of all we collect the data, our second work is to organize the data. Okay, that means we need to manage the data, how we can organize it, how we can arrange it, that we need to know. Okay, so if very less data are there, then we can use it as usual. But if lots of data are there, so we need to make the tables. Okay, we can also use the graph that we will also learn in further chapter. Okay, so we can use the table, otherwise we can, if a very less data are there, so we can directly use it. Okay, this type of data is called ungrouped data. Okay, that means data are in raw form. It means there is no arrangement, but it's a random data. Okay, now we can represent it by the table even. So we will learn lots of way of representation of data in our further studies. Okay, after that here we have representative values. Representative values, it means if someone asks for the salary, how much your salary, so we cannot give the answers of the salary of all the month, but simply we just tell him the average, right? If in one month we earn 50,000, and in second month 60,000, 70,000, 65,000, 75,000. So alternately, if someone asks to us how much your salary, So we can simply say that 65,000, otherwise averagely 60,000, right? So we just tell him one word. We just give the answer in one word. That means we only tell him the average of our salary. So that one value represents your all the yearly salary, right? That one answer will represent the your all year salary. So that one value, it's called representative values. Okay. Isha has spent on average about 5 hours daily for her study. It does not mean that every day she spent the 5 hours only. Sometimes 5 hours, sometimes 4.5 hours, sometimes 6 hours. But averagely it is 5 hours. This is called representative value. This represents her all day work, right? Similar, one more example we have here. The average temperature at this time of the year is about 40 degrees Celsius. It represents the whole year, right? In every day, in every moment, we have the different temperature, right? But one specific value is that which represent the all this data. It's called representative values. The average age of pupils in my class is 12 years. This will represent the age of all the students in a class, right? The average attendance of a student in a school during its final examination was 98 percentage. This will represent the all the attendance of school, right? It is called representative value, and it is called a central tendency. It's called measures of central tendency. There are so many measures are there of central tendency. It means this representative values, it is related with the central tendency. Central tendency, that means one value which represents the full data. It is called central tendency. All the observation are centrally connected with that value. It is called central tendency, and there are lots of way to measure the central measures of central tendency. And that first one is arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean, it is one measure of central tendency. Okay. So arithmetic mean, the most common representative value of a group of data is the arithmetic mean, or it is simply called mean. Okay. What is the formula of mean? Sum of all the observation divided by number of observations. Okay. Formula of mean, it is also called average. Okay. Average speed of our bike 60 kilometer per hour. It is mean, average. Sum of all the observations divided by number of observations. Okay. After that, range. Range, that means difference between highest value and lowest value. Okay. Difference between highest value and lowest value. That means if some marks, if 100 marks test are there, and marks of students in all the class is like 29, 30, 35, 99. So what is the range of this data? Big number minus small number, 99 minus 29. Okay. So 70, range is 70. That means range means gap in, okay, range alternately it means gap. In this gap all the observations are there, right? So this gap is 70. How much gap is there? 70. This is called range, right? Sometimes if we buy something, then shopkeeper asks to us, you want this product in which range? Okay. And that means if you go for buying a mobile, and if shopkeeper asks to you in which range you want to buy the mobile, and if you say 15,000 to 20,000, so that 15,000 to 20,000 it is your range, right? In that range, that means in that 5,000 is the range, 15,000 to 20,000. Okay. So it is called range because in that range you want to buy the purchase the mobile. Okay. So it is range, that means gap. Okay. So here basic formula for range is highest observation minus lowest observation. Highest value minus lowest value. Okay. After that, mod. Now if we think about the mean, here you will learn very basic things related to mean. Mean is very big topic. Okay, and you will learn the whole topic in deeply in your further studies. And there is a lots of advantages are there of mean, and there is lots of disadvantage are there for the more mean. Okay, here you will only learn about the ungrouped data. After that you will learn about the continuous data, and in continuous even we have two type, sorry, group. Here you will learn about ungrouped data. After that you will learn about the group data. In group data we have two types, discontinuous group data and continuous group data, that you will learn your in your further studies. So at that time you will also learn about the advantages and disadvantages of the mean. Okay, so in some situation we cannot use the mean, so in such situation we have some different measures too, and our second one is mod. Okay, now here one definition is that for the mod, the mod of a set of observations is the observation that occur most often. The mod of a set of observation is the observation that occur most often. That means we have lots of observation. In that we need to find that which observation is repeat more times. It is called our mod. Okay. From the data we need to identify that which observation comes most of the time. It is our mod. Here for example some data is given to you 1 1 2 4 3 2 1 2 2 4. So here 1 it is 3 times. If you think about the 2, then it is 4 times. Right, after that 3 is there, so 3 we have only one time, and 4 we have two times, right? So 2 comes 4 times, so our mod is 2. Okay, 2 is come most often, that means highest time 2 is repeating here, so it is called mod. Mod means what maximum number of times observation repeat is called its mod. Okay, here 2 is repeating 4 times maximum times, so 2 becomes our mod. That means 2 represent the all this data. Okay, if you use the mod. Now here even we have lots of method for mod. That means we can find the mod from mod in ungrouped data, in group data, and we have different formulas, but here we learn only the ungrouped data. Okay, and very simple formula is there for the mod. Maximum number of time repeats the observation, it is called mod. Okay, as I already informed you, in further study you deeply know about the mean, median and mode, and in mode and mean even you have lots of advantages and lots of disadvantages. So in such a situation we can use the median. Okay, we can use the median. So now median that means middle value of your all the observation. Okay, simply median it means middle value. That means if some observations are given to you, some data are given to you, so first of all you need to arrange this data either in ascending order, otherwise in descending order. Okay, first of all you need to arrange this data either in ascending order, otherwise in descending order. Okay, after that you need to find the exact middle value. First of all you need to arrange the data either in ascending order, otherwise in descending order. After that you need to find exactly middle value. That middle value it is called median. Okay, We have one formula for that. First of all, you need to arrange all the data either in ascending order, otherwise in descending order. And most often we use the ascending order. Okay, you can use anyway, but most often we go for the ascending order. So from that we need to find n. And that means total number of observation. Okay, and that means total number of observation. Here total 17 numbers are given to you. 17. So n is equals to 17. Okay, that means total number of observation. Now for median, median is represented by m for median, n plus 1 by tooth observation. Okay, n plus 1 by tooth observation. That is, this is the way of finding the middle value. This is the way of finding the middle value. Now put the value 17 in place of n. So n plus 1, 17 plus 1, 18 by 2. Tooth observation, it means ninth observation. Now here 9 is not your answer. Ninth observation, it means you need to check your ninth observation by order wise. So our answer is ninth observation. So this is first observation, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. So your ninth observation is 110. That means this value is the middle value. Okay, that means this value is the middle value. Sorry students, here it is not as per the ascending order. First of all, you need to arrange this data as per the ascending order. Right, here we have the ascending order. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. So ninth observation 115. So 115 is the answer of median. We need to find exactly middle value. And for that, first of all, we need to arrange the data as per the ascending, otherwise as per the descending order. Okay. After that, formula for median m is equals to n plus 1 by 2 observation. Okay. Students, after that we need to learn about the two types of graph, bar graph and double bar graph. Okay, we have lots of representation, we have lots of method for representation of data. First one is bar graph, double bar graph. After that we will in further study we will learn about the pie chart, okay, circle graph and drawing graph, okay, table. We can also represent the data by table. Okay, so here simply first of all we learn about the bar graph and double bar graph. So here for example we have two things. One is color name and second one is number of students. Okay, favorite color and versus number of students. So here favorite color that we can represent on x-axis and number of student, that means numerical data, that we can represent it on the y-axis. Okay, now for each separate things we need to draw one separate bar. For red color 43 students are there, so we can draw one bar here, bar that means column. Okay, after that for green 90 students, for blue 55 students, for yellow 49 students and orange 34 students. And we can also use the scale here. Okay, we need to choose the appropriate scale so we can easily represent our data on the graph. Sometimes what happen, we have some big value. Okay, if we have the big value, so we can use the scale and we can convert it into the smaller value, otherwise we can represent it on the graph. Okay, this is bar graph. Now sometimes what happen, with related to one information, we have two information. Okay, with for one information is related with the two information, at that time we can use the bar graph. Now here we have the data hours of sunshine and we have two things, Margaret and Aberdeen. Okay, Margaret and Aberdeen. So here we can represent hours, that means numerical data on y-axis. Now in x-axis we want to represent the two things. Okay, so for that we can use two different bar. That means in January month we have two data. One is for Margaret and second one is for Aberdeen. So here Margaret is represented by blank column and Aberdeen is represented by shaded column. So at a time we can represent the two datas. Okay, for that we can use the double bar graph. Okay, for that we can use this double bar graph. So both the graphs are joined with each other and it represent the one information. Okay, so at that time we can use the bar graph, double bar graph. After that, probability. Probability is a very big concept. Okay, probability, it is a probability is there in the standard 11-12 commerce even and in 11-12 science even, and there is lots of scope of probability in science field and in commerce field. Okay, even okay, because if we do the any business, otherwise if we do any engineering work, in all type of work we just estimate the chances of happening of an event. It is probability. Okay, first of all, probability means what? It gives the chances for happening of an event. That means if we want to estimate that this event will happen or not, okay, it is represented by the probability. Okay, how many chances are there today rain will come? It is represented by the probability. Okay, if we think about the monsoon season, so there is a more probability than the other season for rain. Okay, so probability gives the chances. That means what is the probability? What are the chances that you got the 90% marks in mathematics? It is represented by the probability. Okay, if you do the hard work and if you work properly, then there is a more chances to get the 90 marks in the mathematics, right? It is represented by the probability. Okay, so in all the type of work we just estimate for the happening of an event. It is represented by the probability. So probability have lots of scope in science field and in commerce field too. Okay, nowadays in all the school we have fire safety. It is pre-estimation, right? What are the chances of fire? Okay, it is represented by the probability. Okay, sometimes if we are visiting any new places, so sometimes it is written that danger area. Why it is danger area? Because there is more probability for accidents. Okay, for other things. That means for suicide, for murder. Okay, so all the things are represented by the probability. And if we start any business, then first of all we need to estimate the profit, we need to estimate the demand supply. Okay, these are the things which are related with the probability. That means how we can get the correct answer for happening of an event. Okay, if there is a lots of possibilities are there, so what are the best choice? That even we can find out by using the probability. Okay, sometimes we have so many choices, so but we want to select the best choice, so it will get in by the by using the probability. Okay, now probability, it means gives the chances. Okay, and very basic formula for the probability, it is here, it is not written, but probability, it is represented by P of E, probability of event E. Okay, it is represented by P of E, probability of event E, chances of event. Okay, now formula for probability, it is total outcomes, that means total number of outcomes, that means possibilities, and in numerator favorable outcomes, favorable outcomes, favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Favorable outcomes, that means in favor with the event. Okay, in favor with the event. If we want to find the probability of even numbers in 1 to 10, okay, if we want to find the probability for even number in 1 to 10, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 are the even number. So these numbers are in favor with the event, because in event we want to find the possibility of even number. So 2, 4, 6, 8 are the even numbers, so it is called favorable outcomes. It is in favor with the event, and divided by the total number of outcomes, total number of possibilities. Okay, in probability we have three things. That means first of all, certain event, certain or sure event, that means always happen. Okay, certain or sure event, that means always happen. If we say that sun is rise from the east direction, so it's a certain or sure event, because it's always true and universal truth. Each and every place this statement is true. It is certain or sure event. Okay, it is always happen. Sun is rise from the east direction, so it is called certain event, and probability of such an event, it is 1. Now probability shows us percentage. Okay, probability shows us percentage of chances. So 1, if you multiply this 1 by 100, it means 100%, right? 100% correct event, always happen. So there are 100% chances of happening of an event. That's why the probability of certain or sure event is 1. You need to multiply your answer of probability with the 100, so you will get the percentage. Okay, maximum percentage is 100, so maximum answer of probability is equals to 1. After that, impossible event, that means never happen. Okay, impossible event, that means never happen. You will not get the 101 marks out of the 100 marks. If 100 marks paper is given to you, so there is no chances to get the 101 marks. It is called impossible event. It is impossible to get the 101 marks out of 100 marks, right? So it is called impossible event, and the probability of such an event is 0. There is 0% chances of happening of an event. Okay, and third things is event happen but not certain. If there is some chances of event happening of an event, but it is not certain, that means not always true. Okay, today rain will come, it is a not certain event. It is happen, maybe it's happen, maybe today rain will come, but it's not always true. Okay, so happen but not certain. So happen but not certain. In this type of probability, have the answers in between 0 to 1. Probability always lies between 0 to 1. Okay, 0 can become, that means answer of probability is 0. It may be 0, otherwise 1, otherwise in between 0 to 1. It will not be greater than 1 and it will not be less than 0. Okay, because probability represents the percentage. If you multiply 0 by 100, then it's a 0, and if you multiply 1 by 100, it is 100. So percentage are always lies between 0 to 100 percentage. It cannot be a negative number, right? So answer of probability cannot be less than 0, and it cannot be more than 1. More than 100 percentage are not valid, right? So answer of probability is always lies between 0 to 1. Okay, that means greater than 0 or 1, greater than or equal to 0, and less than or equal to 1. It may be 0, it may be 1, otherwise in between 0 to 1. It cannot be greater than 1, it cannot be less than 1. Okay, and the sum of the probability of all the possible event is equals to 1. Okay, if you toss a coin, then there is two possibility, head otherwise tail.
So if you add the probability for head and tail, you will get the answer 1. Sum of all the possible probability of all the possibility is equals to 1. If you throw a dice, then there are 6 possibilities: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you add the probability of all the 6 possibilities, you will get the answer 1. That means total percentage is equals to 100. That's why if you add all the probability, you will get the answer 1. Okay, so here very less concept are here for the probability, because right now you just start to understand about the probability. So very basic things are here is given to you. Okay, you will learn lots of theory with respect which is related with the probability in your further studies. Okay, so students, here our theory part is complete. If you have any doubt in this theory, you can write down in comment section. I will give you the answer. Okay, thank you.